Namaskaram everyone. Thank you for joining this session today. It's wonderful to have so many of you here with us. Before we begin, can I just quickly check if everyone can see and hear me clearly? You can just mention it in the chat box. Okay, looks like most people are able to see and hear clearly. That's wonderful. There are a few more people who have registered for this session. They'll be joining us shortly. So we'd like to wait for a few more minutes before we start this session on Yoga for Success. While we wait, we'd like to show you a small expression of our gratitude, Isha Foundation's gratitude to all the healthcare workers who are doing so much, who are sacrificing themselves to ensure that we are safe. This is a small expression of our gratitude which we have put together. While we wait for more people to join us, let us watch this video together.
When one consciously risks his own life for the well-being of the other, that is worship-worthy. The healthcare workers, the doctors, the nurses, security agencies, the forces, the police and the various other staff, we bow down to you.
समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम, समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम, ममता का तू है दूजा नाम, समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम। आपदा से ये रण तू है लड़ रहा, मौत का बढ़ रहा कारवां, तेरे हाथों से ही जग का आशीष है, तेरा जीवन तेरा ना रहा। इस पथ पर चले ना रुके ना डरे, विश्व तेरा ऋणी हो गया, सूरज की तरह तू अखंडित रहा, तेरा जीवन ही है प्रेरणा। समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम, समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम, ममता का तू है दूजा नाम, समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम। मृत्यु औरों की है, हम सदा है यहाँ, आज हमने ये भ्रम खो दिया, पल पुकारे हमें ढूंढ खुद में जरा, जीवन की ये क्या है जुबान, आदतों में बंधा मन ये अंधा हुआ, दोहराएंगे ना गलतियां, जाया होंगी नहीं तेरी कुर्बानियां, तेरे साथ हैं हम यहाँ। समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम, समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम, ममता का तू है दूजा नाम, समर्पण तेरे प्रणाम, समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम, समर्पण को तेरे प्रणाम.
That's our gratitude to all the men and women across the world consciously risking their lives for everybody's well-being.
Namaskaram. Thank you all for joining us today. Welcome once again to this session on Yoga for Success. Usually in Isha, before any program or event, we go a long way to ensure that the right ambience is set for anyone to be able to receive these tools. But here in this online setting, now it will be left to you on how you set the atmosphere around yourself during this session. So before we begin, let's just go over a few simple guidelines to be able to receive this in the best possible way. One thing is, it will be good if you can dedicate the next 1 hour exclusively for this purpose. During this lockdown period, some of you might have become very familiar with webinars, you might have attended many webinars. We know there are many different ways in which you can attend a webinar. Some of you might be experts at multitasking by now. But it's important that the next 1 hour you dedicate exclusively for this process. Please ensure that your phones are kept on silent mode. It's best if you're connected to this session through a laptop, but if you are using your phone, please ensure that it is on silent and there's no disturbance in between the session. It's best to sit for this session with a light stomach or an empty stomach. If you attend the session immediately after eating a meal, you might tend to feel sleepy or drowsy. And during this next 1 hour, please avoid getting up in between to either drink water, eat something, or use your phone or anything like this. Just take care of this. This includes using the restroom. Now we want to keep this session as interactive as possible, so it will be best if you use the chat box to share any questions or thoughts that you may have, and whenever I ask you a question, please do respond in the chat box. The best way to sit for this particular program is to sit alert with your spine comfortably erect. It's ideal if you can sit in a crossed-leg posture with enough space around you and palms facing upwards. If you need to, you can rest your back, but please do not rest your head, otherwise you know what's going to happen in the next 1 hour. It's best to sit with your spine erect without backrest and keep your palms facing upwards on your thighs. Right now we know the external situation is quite challenging. There are many things, there are many uncertainties, and especially in this time and even otherwise, Sadhguru has given us various tools to help equip us to handle both the internal as well as the external situation around us. Today we will be exploring the aspect of success. Right now in this time, I'm sure this must be a lot of a point of major concern for many people. How to ensure that not only do we remain healthy and safe during this pandemic, but whatever activity we're pursuing in life, whatever field of life it may be, how to remain successful, how to remain abreast of the situation right now. So how successful you are in life just depends on how well you can use your body and mind. So in today's session, Sadhguru will introduce some simple but potent practices to cultivate these two dimensions. We will look at this aspect together. Please stay with us throughout the session. We'll be exploring various practices as well as a guided meditation towards the end of the session. We will begin by listening to a talk by Sadhguru on success. Here he talks about some essential qualities we should cultivate both in the body and mind, which can help generate clarity of mind. We'll watch this video now along with Sadhguru.
To be successful in the world, two fundamental qualities are that you must be able to harness the prowess of your mind and your body. If you want to harness the mind, one most important quality is you must know how to be equanimous. Equanimity gives you access to different dimensions of your mind. If there is no equanimity in a skewed sense of mind, your ability to use the mind is greatly reduced. Another dimension is on the level of your energy, both physiologically and internally, you must be exuberant. Only when your energies are exuberant within you, you have the ability to tide over various obstacles that one may face in day-to-day activity towards one's success. If these two dimensions are brought into your mind and your body, that you're equanimous and you're exuberant, success will come to you much more easily. But beyond this, to be successful, one needs insight, inspiration and integrity. Insight means you pay attention to life around you in such a way that you are able to see something that most people cannot see. Another dimension is to be constantly be inspired. So it's very important, the reason why you're doing what you're doing, to look at the larger dimension or the contribution that you're making through your simple act of whatever you may be doing in your life. Every action that every human being performs in their life is a contribution to some dimension of this world. Somebody is benefited by whatever you may be doing. So being conscious of the contribution that you're making will keep you constantly inspired. And integrity is very important because when you want to function in this world, how much trust you have generated with all the people that you deal with on a daily basis will determine how easy or how hard your daily efforts are going to be. If there is an atmosphere of trustfulness, your ability to work will be greatly enhanced simply because everybody will pave the way for you rather than setting up impediments for you.
So, we'll start learning the practices now. The first set of practices that we will learn are for the neck. In the evolution, a vertical spine corresponds with a leap in our capabilities. This simple practice keeps the spine healthy and the neck and shoulder region agile and can do wonders. Now, before we start, those of you who are watching the session on your phone, you please ensure that you keep the phone in front of you in such a way that you're able to see the screen clearly. In the beginning, we will first demonstrate the practice. Please do not do the practices during the demonstration. There will be time for you to do the practice along with the instructions once the demo is over. So it's best if you sit with your spine comfortably erect and palms facing upwards, and we learn these practices together.
Yoga for success, the neck practices. Both the neurological and the energy systems branch out in a big way between the shoulder blades and above. So keeping the neck region in a good condition is very important. Within 3 to 4 minutes of doing these neck practices, you will distinctly see that you are much more alert and the lethargy in the body will be obliterated. There is a higher level of neuronal regeneration. Memory and intellectual sharpness also improves.
Here are a few guidelines that will set optimal conditions and greatly enhance your receptivity of the practices. Please ensure cell phones are either in silent mode or switched off. It is advisable not to sit for the program with a full stomach or immediately after a meal. Please sit with your spine comfortably erect, hands uncrossed, and palms open. These conditions will prepare you to be in a heightened state of receptivity and derive the most benefits from the practices. These practices are very safe and simple and can be done by anybody. The practices we will be learning here can be done by anyone ages 7 years and above. If you wear glasses while doing the yoga practices, please remove them and keep them aside. Now we will do a certain set of practices for the neck. This will help you to relax the stiffened muscles in the neck and shoulder region. We will look at the first 3 neck practices now. Please observe. Stand with your feet comfortably apart and parallel to each other. Keep your arms and shoulders loose and relaxed. Make sure your neck is loose like a rope, no stiffness of any sort. Eyes closed. As you exhale, slowly and gently lower your chin to your chest. This is the starting position. Now, as you inhale, gently bring your head up and take it back. As you exhale, bring your head down to your chest. This is 1 cycle. You would do this 3 times. Now we will see the second neck practice. As you inhale, slowly and gently turn your head to the right, to the extreme point. As you exhale, bring it back to the center. Now, as you inhale, slowly and gently turn your head to the left, to the extreme point that you can turn. As you exhale, bring it back to the center. This is 1 cycle. You would do this 3 times. And now we will see the third neck practice. As you exhale, slowly and gently bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, to the extreme point you can go. As you inhale, bring it up. As you exhale, slowly and gently bring your left ear towards your left shoulder, to the extreme point you can go. As you inhale, bring it up. This is 1 cycle. You would do this 3 times. Now we will do 3 cycles of the first 3 neck practices together. Please stand. Stand with your feet comfortably apart and parallel to each other. Keep your arms and shoulders loose and relaxed. Eyes closed. As you exhale, slowly and gently lower your chin to your chest. This is the starting position. Now, as you inhale, gently bring your head up and take it back. As you exhale, bring your head down to your chest. Second cycle. Again, as you inhale, bring your head up and back. As you exhale, bring it down. Third cycle. Ensure your shoulders are relaxed. No stiffness of any sort. Now for the second neck practice. Come to the starting position. Your head should be straight, eyes closed. As you inhale, slowly and gently turn your head to the right. As you exhale, bring it back to the center. Now, as you inhale, slowly and gently turn your head to the left. As you exhale, bring it back to the center. Second cycle, right side. Left side. Third cycle. Do it slowly. You can even hold the stretch for a moment and then come back. Come back to the starting position. Now we will do the third neck practice. Again, your head is straight, eyes closed. As you exhale, slowly and gently bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. As you inhale, bring it up. As you exhale, slowly and gently bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. As you inhale, bring it back up. Second cycle. Third cycle. It is an exhalation as you lower the head. It is an inhalation as you bring it up. When you are finished, please sit comfortably. Now we will learn the fourth and fifth neck practices. Again, feet are comfortably apart and parallel to each other. Eyes closed. As you exhale, lower your chin to your chest. This is the starting position. As you inhale, slowly and gently rotate your head towards your right shoulder. As you inhale, your head goes back. As you exhale, it comes down again. Then switch and rotate in the opposite direction. This is one cycle. You would do this 3 times. And for the fifth and final neck practice, rotate your shoulders forward. As you inhale, go up. As you exhale, come down. Do this 3 times. Now rotate your shoulders backward. As you inhale, go up. As you exhale, come down. Do this 3 times. Now we will do the fourth and fifth neck practices together. Please stand. Check to see your feet are parallel to each other. Eyes closed. As you exhale, lower your chin to your chest. This is the starting position. As you inhale, slowly and gently rotate your head towards your right shoulder. As you inhale, your head goes back. As you exhale, it comes down again. Do a full rotation, then switch and rotate in the opposite direction. We will do 2 more cycles. Second cycle, rotate towards the right shoulder. Ensure your upper body remains still as you rotate the head. Switch directions and rotate towards your left shoulder. Third cycle. Do it slowly with the breathing. And now we will do the 5th neck practice together. Your head is straight, upper body relaxed, eyes closed. Now rotate your shoulders forward. As you inhale, go up. As you exhale, come down. Do this 3 times. Now rotate your shoulders backward. As you inhale, go up. As you exhale, come down. Do this 3 times. When you are finished, please sit comfortably.
So we'll quickly recap the practices that we just learnt. We learnt 5 neck practices. Now when you're doing these practices, it's important that you do them as slowly and as gently as it is possible for you. When you're doing these practices, you stand with your feet shoulder width distance apart and parallel to each other. Arms and shoulders loose and relaxed. Make sure your neck is loose like a rope, relaxed without any stiffness or tension. Now the first neck practice, you move your head up. First you bring it down. Starting position, your chin comes and sits in the, your chin comes and touches the chest. Then you slowly bring your head up. Like this you do it 3 times. Then the second neck practice, slowly and gently, you turn your head to the side. First to the right, to the extreme point you can go, and then back to the center. Similarly for the left side. The third neck practice, you bring your ear to your shoulder. Again, you start with the right, bring it as close as you can, then back up. Like this you do for both the sides. You do 3 cycles like this. The fourth neck practice, you rotate your head. You start by lowering your chin to your chest and then rotate your head 3 times. After that, the 5th and last neck practice is that of the shoulder rotation. Forward rotation 3 times and then backward rotation 3 times. These are the 5 neck practices that we just learned. When you do them on your own at home, it's important that you do them as slowly and as gently as possible focusing on the breath. These practices are available online as well if you wish to refer to them later. Right now we'll look at any questions that you may have about the practice. Okay, Sandeep Gondais is asking, this Upayoga section is in inner engineering program as well. So Sandeep, there are various versions of the inner engineering program. It's offered in different formats, and in some formats the Upayoga practices are taught as part of the inner engineering program. Is my audio clear for everyone? There's no echo? Alright, okay. So Lakshmi Kirti is asking, are these practices recommended for spondylitis patients? Lakshmi, yes, definitely the neck practices can be very beneficial even for spondylitis patients, but it's important that we do them slowly without a jerk. So if you take care of this, then definitely you can, even spondylitis patients can do these practices. Praveen is asking, I try to do it slowly, but by the time you do one set, I finish 3 sets. Is it okay? How can I control my breath? Okay. So Praveen, it's important that you do them as slowly as you can. Depending on your lung capacity, it could be don't go by the pace that we are keeping. You ensure that you're not doing it very fast, you're doing it as slowly and as gently as it is possible for you. So as you continue practicing, you will notice that it will become slower and slower, your breath will slow down. You try and do it as slowly as you can right now. Is there any best time to do this Upayoga practice? So there's no specific time, Praveen. These practices can be done anytime as long as you're on light stomach. Particularly those of you who have desk jobs, you sit in front of a computer all day, you can, whenever you feel the need to stretch a little bit, especially this area can become stiff and painful, you can just take out 5 minutes, do these practices. Suddenly you will see the lethargy and the system will just feel completely different. If you invest these 5 minutes in the practice, it can be very beneficial. Rajalakshmi is asking, start towards the left shoulder for women, is it right? We have got the instructions in inner engineering program. Yes, if you attended the inner engineering program, you go by the instructions given in that class. Looks like there are no further questions for the neck practices. So we'll look at the next practice now. The next practice that we will learn is called Yoga Namaskar. This is particularly beneficial for the spine. It helps to stretch and activate the spine muscles, especially if you have any kind of chronic back pain. This can be very beneficial. So we will learn this practice now along with Sadhguru.
Yoga for well-being. Yoga Namaskar. Yoga Namaskar is a powerful system by itself. It activates the lumbar region of the spine in a tremendous way, strengthens the muscles along the spine, giving it a reinforcement so that as one ages, the collapsing of the spine, which causes pinching of the nerves, does not happen, and if already there's damage is setting in, the best way to regenerate your spine would be by doing Yoga Namaskar. It has all-round benefits for the entire body. Yoga Namaskar is a very simple and complete process by itself.
To practice Yoga Namaskar, you will need a light stomach condition. That is approximately 1.5 hours gap after having a meal. If you do not fulfill this condition, please skip this particular practice for now. Those with hernia and pregnant women in the 3rd or 4th month of pregnancy should avoid practicing Yoga Namaskar. Now we will learn Yoga Namaskar. This is a series of 7 steps. He will demonstrate 1 full cycle. Please observe. Stand with your feet comfortably apart and parallel to each other. Keep your arms and shoulders loose and relaxed. Eyes open. Focus on a point in front of you. Once your focus is steady, hold Namaskar by bringing your palms together in front of your chest. This is the starting position. As you inhale, bring your hands up above your head. As you exhale, bring your hands downward so that the heels of your palms come behind your neck. As you inhale, bring your hands straight up. As you exhale, bring your hands down in front of your chest. This is step 1. You do the same thing twice more. Step 2. As you exhale, make a sound from the pit of the throat. Step 3. The whole time, your fingers should be together, pointing straight up, even when you bring your hands behind your neck. As you bring your hands up, it is a full inhalation. As you lower it down, it is a full exhalation with the sound. After you do this 3 times, you squat straight down. Step 4. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, bring it down behind the neck. As you inhale, bring it up. As you exhale, bring it down in front of your chest. Then, as you inhale, push your hands straight out in front of you, fingers pointing forward. As you exhale, making the sound, bring it back to the chest. Do this 3 times. Step 5. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, bring them down behind the neck. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, down in front of your chest. As you inhale, straight out in front of you. As you exhale, back to the chest. Once more, step 6, inhale, hands up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, hands straight out. Exhale, hands to the chest. Now step 7. As you inhale, push your hands straight out. Bring your knees to the ground. Lean forward and place your forehead on the ground. Stretch your arms above your head. Rest your palms on the ground. Place your hands together so that the thumbs and pointing fingers are touching, forming a triangle. Your elbows should be slightly bent. This is Balasana. Stay here until your breath stabilizes, or for a minimum of 2 minutes. Then gently stand up and come back to the starting position. This is 1 cycle of Yoga Namaskar. We will look at a few modifications and corrections. If you find it difficult to squat, then you can place a support about 1/2 inch or 1 inch thick below your heels and squat down, ensuring your feet are parallel to each other. For some people, while bringing the hands behind the head, the fingers are pointing backward. The fingers should be pointing straight up. Also, there is a tendency for the head to come down. The head should be straight. Do not move the hands too quickly or casually. There should be slight tension in the arms as you do the movement. Now we will do 1 cycle of Yoga Namaskar together, incorporating all of these corrections. Please stand. Stand with your feet comfortably apart and parallel to each other. Those of you who need a cushion as support to squat, you can keep it just behind your feet, and when we come to step 4 to squat down, you can step backward onto the cushion and use it as a support when you squat down. Eyes open. Focus on a point in front of you. Once your focus is steady, hold Namaskar in front of your chest. This is the starting position. Step 1. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, with the sound, bring your hands down behind your head. As you inhale, bring them up. As you exhale, bring them down to your chest. Do this twice more. Step 2, bring your hands up with a full inhalation. Bring your hands down with a full exhalation. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down to the chest. Step 3, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down behind the head. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down to the chest. Now squat straight down. If you need a cushion, you can use it as a support. Ensure your focus is directly in front of you. Step 4. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Then, as you inhale, push your hands straight out. As you exhale, bring your hands towards your chest. We'll do this twice more. Step 5, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Keep your head straight. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, straight out. Exhale, back. Step 6, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down to the chest. Inhale, straight out. Exhale, back. Step 7, as you inhale, push your hands straight out. Bring your knees to the ground. Lean forward and place your forehead on the ground. Stretch your toes behind you. The body should be sitting upon your heels. Place the hands together on the ground so that the thumbs and pointing fingers are touching, forming a triangle. Your elbows should be slightly bent. Stay here in Balasana until your breath stabilizes. Then gently stand up and come back to the starting position. When you are finished, you can sit comfortably. When you practice Yoga Namaskar on your own on a regular basis, for more impact on the system, instead of doing 1 cycle, you can do 3 cycles of Yoga Namaskar.
We hope you enjoyed this practice. Some of you might have found it a little challenging in the beginning, but as I mentioned earlier, and as Sadhguru also mentioned, this particular practice is very, very beneficial for the spine. So right now it may seem a little difficult depending on how we've kept our bodies, the flexibility that we have. It can seem challenging, but it's very, very beneficial. And as you practice Yoga Namaskar, the more you practice, the more flexible you will become and more comfortable you will get with the postures. So we recommend that you continue doing the practice to the best of your ability. If you have any questions about the practice, we can look at it now. So Bhagya Patil is asking, can I do Yoga Namaskar as I have a prolapsed disc and I cannot bend since many months? So Bhagya, yes, this particular practice is safe and can be done by anybody, but you please do exercise precaution when you're doing it. You do it as it's comfortable for you. Do not push your body. If you find any one posture uncomfortable, you can see how you can best attempt the practice. If you're unable to squat fully on the ground, those of you finding it difficult, you can do as the video suggested. You can use the modification of placing a cushion about 1/2 inch or 1 inch thick underneath the heels, which will not compress. If this is not sufficient or you still find it difficult to squat, you can even use a 1-foot riser, something like a stool, which is just about a foot or so off the ground, and you can sit on that and do the squatting part of the practice. This is only for those people who cannot squat on the floor at all. For the best result, for the best stretch in the spine, it's best if you squat straight down without using any support. But if you find it difficult, you can use the cushion or a 1-foot riser. In case there are people who have problems in the back or knee and you cannot bend at all, you cannot squat down at all, then you can even do the steps 4, 5 and 6 where you're squatting down. You can do that sitting on a chair. But as I mentioned, with more practice, it will become more comfortable. But if you have a chronic condition, please consult your doctor before attempting this and do it only to the best of your ability. Do not push the body beyond the point of comfort. Ranjana is asking, I can't bend my legs and sit down. What should I do? So Ranjana, as we just mentioned, if you're finding the squatting difficult, one aspect is with practice it will definitely get better. You will be able to notice the improvement. But as of now, you can use the support of the modification. You can either use a cushion underneath the heels or sit on a 1-foot riser, a small stool off the ground, and do the practice. But that's only if in the initial parts. With practice, you should be able to squat all the way down. Abhishek Chaudhary is asking, after standing from the 7th stage, why am I feeling slight giddiness for a second or two? So Abhishek, it's important that you do the practice slowly and maintain the focus on a point in front of you. This might be the first time you're doing the practice and that's why you're experiencing this. It's okay. You can continue doing it. You don't do it fast. You do it slowly. When you're standing up, you don't stand up immediately after the practice. You stay in the last position, step 7 in Balasana, where you're staying there with your hands in a triangle. You stay in Balasana for some time and then you come and sit in a cross-leg posture. Don't stand back up immediately. That can also cause this giddiness. So from step 7, where your hands are together in Balasana, you just sit back in a comfortable cross-legged posture. Amal is asking, do we have to close our eyes while in Balasana? Yes, it's best to keep your eyes closed in Balasana. Okay, so Seema is asking, my hands do not go much down while bending them down at the back. Is it okay? So Seema, that's perfectly fine. When you're doing Yoga Namaskar, the important thing is that your fingers are together and your palms are together. The fingers should not point backwards and your palms should not come apart. So you take it back as much as you can, keeping the fingers pointing straight up. Even if you can't go all the way down, it's okay. As you do the practice, you will notice your flexibility will improve and slowly you will be able to bring it lower down. Prashant is asking, do we need to control the breath? I'm not sure what you mean by this practice, Prashant, by this question. If you mean controlling the breath, if you mean to hold the breath, no. At no point in Yoga Namaskar are you holding the breath. As your arms go up, it is a full inhalation. As you lower them down, it is a full exhalation with the sound. At no point in Yoga Namaskar are you holding the breath. Jay is asking, in Balasana, our fingers are in a triangle and we were told to have our toes touching. Is that correct? Yes, Jay, in Balasana, your toes are stretched out behind you and your hands are together in a triangle. That's correct. So, in case you have any further questions about the practice or you'd like to review it once again, this video is available where you can learn this practice and do it along with the video. The volunteers will be posting the links for all the practices that we've learned so far. Now we'd like to go over, we'll be going through a guided meditation now. Before we go through this meditation, we'd like to share with you a few simple tips that will help you build your immunity during these times, especially with the threat of this virus. It's important that we do whatever we can to build our immunity. So Sadhguru has given us some simple tips which we'd like to share with you. The first and foremost thing, this is not something which Sadhguru has said, this is something everyone is saying, and it's very, very important that we adhere to maintain social distancing, especially now with the lockdown getting relaxed and all of us going back to our normal lives. It's all the more important that we act consciously, responsibly, and maintain social distancing as much as possible. I'm sure we don't need to go over the significance of this. All of you are already aware of this importance. Apart from this, there are a few things which you can introduce in your diet which will help you boost your immunity. This is neem, turmeric and amla. Traditionally also these foods have been known to boost immunity. So it's best if you can consume them on an empty stomach. Neem, it's best if you can have neem leaves. You can have them raw and you can just chew them and keep them in the mouth region for some time. It's good if it stays in the mouth region for an hour or so. So first thing in the morning when you wake up, you can consume these neem leaves on an empty stomach. It may not be the most tasty, but it's definitely good for your immunity. Turmeric also is very good. So you can take a little bit of turmeric powder and mix it with the water, make a small paste out of it, and you can make a small ball of turmeric, a marble sized ball, and consume that along with water. Similarly, you can take the small amla, not the big amla, the small amla, the organic ones if it's available, amla or nellikai as it's known in South India. You can take it, smash the amla, add some salt to it and keep chewing it. Again, Sadhguru has said it's very beneficial if the amla also stays in the mouth region for an hour or so. So you can consume these items and it will definitely be a big support to your immunity. All of these neem, turmeric and amla work best on an empty stomach. So it's best if you can have this early in the morning, first thing when you wake up. And apart from this, throughout the day, it's good if you can drink some hot water 4 to 5 times in a day. It can either be just plain warm water or hot water, or you can add a little bit of coriander or mint to it, or a pinch of even turmeric or lime juice, and drink this water regularly. These simple things can go a long way in boosting your immunity and supporting your system in these challenging times. Now that we've learned some simple practices to bring mental clarity and focus, as Sadhguru mentioned in the beginning, if you want how successful we are in life, just depends on how we keep our body and mind. So apart from these physical practices that we've learned today, that of Yoga Namaskar and neck practices, we'll be going through a guided meditation now. This meditation is called Chit Shakti for Success. This particular meditation is one way to harness the power of the mind to manifest what we want in life. So for this particular meditation, it's best if you're sitting against the wall with your back rested, but please do not rest your head on the wall. Your head should be straight. You keep your arms and legs uncrossed. It's best if you sit with your legs stretched out in front of you and keep the palms facing upwards on your thighs. I will just give you a minute now so you can adjust yourself when you're sitting for this particular meditation. Once Sadhguru asks you to close your eyes, Please keep your eyes closed throughout the process and be with the instructions totally. Please sit against a wall with your back rested, arms and legs uncrossed, legs stretched out in front of you, palm facing upwards on your thighs.
Each one of us has desires, our very own list of dreams and longings. Creation may have its own blueprint for us, but our personal desires cannot be easily wished away. They may be extravagant or mundane, ambitious or trivial. They may be inconvenient, they may be too personal to share, but they are ours, and for us, they are real, they are precious, they are urgent and deeply significant. Here is a rare offering from Sadhguru, a mystic who embodies the wisdom and clarity of profound realization. It is an offering that enables each one of us to become our own alchemist, that empowers us to transform long-cherished desires into reality. Sadhguru offers this with the intention that once these desires are fulfilled, we will turn towards the larger goal of our ultimate well-being. Chit Shakti meditation for success.
Chit Shakti. Be the maker of your own destiny. As humans, all that we have created is just a manifestation of our minds. So the most important part of creating what you want is to first manifest it within the mindscape. What is powerfully established in the mindscape is bound to find manifestation in actuality. Chit Shakti meditations are tools to create what you desire in the mindscape and in turn in reality, a way of creating and manifesting what you really care for in your life. May you know the power of being the master of your own destiny. Keep your hands and legs uncrossed. Place your hands upon your thighs, facing upward, loosely placed. Close your eyes, sit comfortably. Take a deep breath and as you exhale, relax into it. Take another deep breath and as you exhale, relax even more into it. Take one more deep breath. This time, the relaxation should be total. Now, tense your feet alone. Tense, tense, tense. Relax. Now tense your calf muscles only, above your ankle, below the knee. Tense, tense, tense. Relax. Now tense your thigh muscles. Tense, tense, tense. Relax. Tense your hip and stomach muscles. Tense, 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 relax. Now tense the muscles on your chest, shoulders and your back. Tense, tense, tense. Hold the tension. Relax. Tense both your arms. Tense, tense. Make a fist and create tension. Tense, tense. Relax. Tense your neck muscles. Tense, tense, tense. Relax. Tense the muscles on your face and the back of your head. Make a face and create tension. Tense, tense, tense. Relax. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, relax. Feel relaxation spreading right through your body from the top of your head down to your toes. See yourself climbing to the peak of a mountain. Feel the cold air. And as you climb, let your breath go in deep and rapid rasping gasps, like breathe this way. Deep and fast, rasping breath, deep and fast. Continue to breathe, deep and fast. Now you have reached the top of the mountain. Your breath continues to rasp in rapid gasps. Standing upon the peak of a very tall mountain. Sit clearly. You are standing upon the peak of a very tall mountain. As you look down at the other smaller peaks, the valleys and the dwellings of those who do not dare to climb, slowly your breath settles down to normal. Take a deep breath. Feel the sting of the cold mountain air within your nostrils. Continue to feel the special feeling of being upon the peak. See a small spot of bright light appear in your forehead. See a small spot of bright light. See it growing into a beam of light. This spot of light from your forehead is projecting itself into a sharp white beam of light. It is growing. It is about 10 centimeters outside your forehead. See it growing about 1 meter in length, 3 meters, 10 meters, 100 meters, 1,000 meters. See this beam of light, a bright white beam of light projecting from your forehead into the horizon. See a white, bright beam of light projecting beyond the horizon into the infinite. See a white, bright beam of light projecting beyond the horizon into the infinite. Now, set 3 goals that you desire to achieve. 1, a short-term goal, something that you wish to achieve in the next 2 to 3 months of time. A medium-term goal that you wish to achieve in the next 2 to 3 years of time. A long-term goal that you wish to accomplish in the next 10 to 15 years. First, set the short-term goal. See it clearly. Be specific about what is it that you wish to accomplish in the next 3 months. A specific goal that you wish to accomplish in the next 3 months. See what you really want. Hold it in your mind and see it being accomplished. Now, the medium-term goal. See what you wish to accomplish in the next 2 to 3 years' time. See what you wish to accomplish in the next 2 to 3 years of time. Be specific about what you wish to accomplish. See it clearly. That which you wish to accomplish in the next 2 to 3 years' time. A specific goal. See it clearly and see it being accomplished. See how it feels to have your goal accomplished. The joy of it, the power of it. Feel it. See your medium-term goal being accomplished. Now, a long-term goal that you wish to achieve in the next 10 to 15 years of time. See it clearly. Be specific about what is it that you wish to accomplish in the next 10 to 15 years of time. It is best that your long-term goal is a more inclusive process. It is best that your long-term goal includes everybody's well-being. See it clearly, a specific goal that you wish to achieve in the next 10 to 15 years' time. See it clearly, hold it in your mind. See it being accomplished. Feel the joy of accomplishing it, the power of fulfilling your goal, and the well-being that it spreads around you. See it clearly. See your long-term goal being accomplished. Feel the joy of it, the power of it, and the well-being that spreads around.
slowly, very slowly. Open your eyes. Thank you all for joining us today for these sessions, for this session. We hope the practices were beneficial for you. All these practices are available on the Sadhguru app. If you have not yet downloaded this, you can do so now. Sadhguru has given us various tools to support us during these challenging times. One such very powerful tool is the flagship program which Isha Foundation offers, which is called Inner Engineering. This particular program gives us the tools to be able to look deeply within ourselves and take responsibility for our life and our life situations. This program is offered in a variety of formats. Particularly now, you can go through the Inner Engineering online, which is an online session with Sadhguru. You can go through this at your own pace. These are 7 sessions and each session is about 1.5 hours. During this time of crisis, we are offering Inner Engineering online, free of cost to all healthcare workers, and for everyone else there is a 50% reduced price for the program. This crisis has changed the pace of our lives, and for many of us it might have made us question what is really important. As now we slowly move towards life getting back to normal, it's important that we spend some time to reflect on ourselves and strategize and understand where our priorities lie and where we would like to take our lives. Inner Engineering online can be a very, very big support and a wonderful step that you can take in this direction. We'd like to show you a few glimpses of what this program can offer.
There are situations outside, there are impediments, challenges, but your own mind, your own emotion, your own attitude should not become an impediment and a challenge. If you are not a challenge to yourself, rest we will handle to the best of our capabilities. Inner engineering process by itself involves the body, the mind, emotion and energy. What we need to do with the body and energy, we will have to do direct because that's a kind of a transmission, that is not a teaching. But what we do with mind and emotion is a kind of a teaching that you can experience online. For most human beings, if the way they think and feel changes, you will see there is a tremendous change in their life. Fortunately, the preparatory part of inner engineering is available online also.
Before we close, we'd like to invite all of you to join us today evening for a special darshan with Sadhguru. This will be at 6 p.m. India time in the evening. It will be a live darshan with Sadhguru. This is part of the With Sadhguru in Challenging Times series. So please do tune in for that. Thank you all for joining us today, and we hope to see you again in the future webinars that we offer. For those of you interested, today evening we will also be having the Inner Engineering introductory talk. If you wish to know more about this program and want to ask any questions about it, you can make use of this session in the evening. Thank you all once again for joining us today.